Throw Gang, we are joined by the CEO of My Pills Dough, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, no relation to Kamala, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. It's the Throwing Fits 1 year anniversary episode, about a week late or so.
Yeah, and I finally, and this is an historic day.
We're a year in.
This is a historic day because we're a year in. This is our first week ever where we've released 3 podcasts because we got the join from Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, well, we didn't.
And most importantly, a year in, I finally activated my company debit card.
Yeah,
so I was able to buy.
You text me like, "Yo, what's my PIN number? What's my social security?"
No.
Lawrence, I'm fucking napping and watching Bling Empire. I can't help you right now.
I didn't know if you had possibly a repository with a central place with all the information.
Well, here's
not necessarily.
This is what personal growth is all about. You have been like, "Yo, man, I do kind of feel bad that you do all the real work," and I feel you said this, and props to you, where you're like, "Yo, I want to kind of pull my weight when it comes to like the operational side." And I'm like, "Okay, Lawrence, go over in the corner and like play with your fucking weed pen over there." But I was like, "Yo, you want to do something? Pick up the wine." And you're like, I can't. My card isn't activated.
Debit card will never work.
What's your PIN number?
I'm not going to say that.
6969.
No, that's the one piece of confusion, right? What is the PIN number? But they're mailing me a slip so I can double check. But the thing that blew my mind was I asked for our personal banker's information, and you didn't even have that. So we're out.
Who the fuck uses a personal banker? I was like, I couldn't even. I think the branch that we
poor
opened up,
Romanian woman that set us up.
She was
at
French.
Chase.
She was French.
Oh, she was French.
I think her name was like Catherine Le Bonbon or some shit. I don't know.
That's definitely not.
Her name was Apesse.
Yeah.
Her name was Louise Vuitton.
It was Jean Tuitu, our personal banker. Anyway, we're good. It's been a year. Things are moving in the right direction.
This is the year of legitimizing throwing fits. And now that you have the credit card, it's actually, what are you going to fucking spend it on?
Well, only pre-approved company expenses, obviously.
I've definitely accidentally ordered a few things on like DoorDash myself. Actually, I don't use DoorDash. I call the restaurants directly. But
woo, quick
some
save.
Some DoorDash charges showed up, and I would have to like Zelle money from the personal to the company.
When did we ever use? Why is the card?
We bought Chuck dinner.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Got it. So that was like last week, 2 weeks ago. So you've immediately been ordering meals. You're like,
no,
this is
the
perfect crime. How are you doing, dude? You happy?
Great. Yeah. Busy week.
Yeah. Busy week. I mean, I wouldn't go busy. It felt like I don't know. I think we kind of touched on it in the Blammo AMA. I think that we have grand designs, grand plans. The year of just swinging in the on-deck circle, getting warmed up is over. now it's time
Feeling limber.
Yeah, now it's time to, we're
Feeling loose. My body's like a whip.
now it's time to fucking
like
work.
a noodle.
But yeah.
It's
gonna be good.
How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm excited to just
hang. Look at these pants.
What?
You dress like my Japanese grandfather right now.
Thank you.
You look like you're going bird watching in the park.
That's actually like the nicest compliment. Well, I'll get to it in the fit check. Okay, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get right to it. James, why don't you do a little fit check for the people?
Versace slippies on the dogs. These have been my go-tos. I love the Subis. Fuck, I lost it.
Yep.
I love my Subus, obviously, but my crib, because it has great lighting, it gets kind of warm here, right? So the Subus maybe a little too toasty.
Maybe.
It's the ring light is blinding.
Your feet sweat throughout the day because
I run really hot too.
Natural light.
Yeah, I run really hot too. So these are kind of like a medium. Then I got, I guess, just Nikes. I don't know if they're not drifties.
You and your off-brand Nikes, dude. I know what to get you for Christmas or your birthday.
Please do. On the ass, I decided to give the Juicy Stussies, which are truly fucking juicy, with my ass juice,
like shit.
A rest. And I've been wearing these very fucking comfortable engineered garment pants.
That was another interesting thing that came out of the Blammo pod is that I always forget that Jeremy is plugged in as like basically his own. He has a wholesale account with engineered garments, so he just places a personal order. So it was nice to see you kind of shopping with him in real time over text, and you picking up some spicy Johns.
Ooh, I cannot wait.
Wait, can we say that we can just get EG wholesale?
We're not behind the paywall, so probably not. The only thing about putting in personal orders that really sucks is that you never really are in control of when it arrives, right? So I think it's going to be like, it's like between October and February 2022.
And you get hit with a bill, like a ton of bricks.
Well, the bill's not going to be bad, and like,
but you get so much stuff because you're getting wholesale prices.
You're like, if I don't spend more money, I'm losing money.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
but I
gotta spend money to make money, kids.
I'm making like I would be like 1.5 more at retail or so. So I don't know. I think I'm getting a good deal, and also like,
were they matching? What did you do? Like
I did some wild
went full
paisley
turbo.
pants, and then
Turbo
wild
dork.
I went turbo garm, and then the matching paisley like knit robe, like a fucking Swagalicious boxer coming out,
Swagalicious.
and some climbing pants, which are super technical and I'm excited for, and looked fucking fantastic in the lookbook. You didn't get anything?
No.
Not an EG fan? Just
No,
broke.
EG sizing has changed so dramatically that I want to like, and it's like I could go. I think the Penthus is open, right? They did the renovation. So that's a good excuse to kind of go up there, see the new spot or the expanded spot, and try some stuff on. But yeah, EG, just the sizing change has changed
EG,
so much over the years that
I never ever cop EG online because the fitting is so.
You used to not even be able to. Remember when that was like not allowed?
But even for like any other store, but it's so wacky. But I would always wait for the friends and family sale where you just like take off your pants in front of like 100 Japanese people in Long Island City. But no, but with the fucking deals. And I had the fitting sheet, so I was like definitely like, bust out the old fucking tape measure.
Sure.
Was, measuring the titties. Looking pretty good, not gonna lie. I know you get all the glory for being a wayfish twink, but
Well, I've improved so much that people are happy to see how far I've come.
Right.
You know?
The absolute distance that you've come is much greater than my improvement, but I'm still like way ahead of you.
Well, I wouldn't go way ahead, but have your sizes remained considerably consistent?
I'm small now in EG.
That's me. Again, this is the sizing thing that I'm talking about. But have you gained or lost weight in Quar?
I would assume, I think lost.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Because I guess you're less going out, less partying, less
it's more
extravagant, opulent.
It's more just
dinners.
It's more just cooking.
With the boys.
Less opulent, less everyday opulence. More just cooking for yourself.
Baroque boys on pause.
Baroque
right now,
boys,
but we're coming back.
Baroque boys are.
But we're coming back.
Minimalism boys.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know. They have a very subtle print. I like them. They're
EG
fucking comfy as shit.
Yeah, I see that. That's super subtle.
Picked up at the friends and family. On the titties, I got shout out the boy Big Bean with the Neil Young OG. Sorry, not OG, just original.
Yeah, an original
not a
design.
bootleg.
Yeah,
I want to show you the back, but it's like, it's a play on the cover of Harvest Moon, the album, and in the back is like a disco ball motif. Go check out the IG. A lot of compliments on that one.
Great outro song too. Probably one of my. Well, I think I've said on pod. I know you're the Neil Young guy, and I really dove in deep into the fandom this past year. I think I shouted him out on pod. I'm a big fan of After the Gold Rush, which you said makes sense because I'm like a sad boy or something, which. I would say you're probably more sad boy than me, but Harvest Moon probably my second favorite Neil Young song.
Well, Big Bean was like, I just copped the archive. Where do I begin? There's so much. So I gave him some guidance and like, we'll get into
You inspired the shirt?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I'm not going to take credit for that. But I was in Neil Young's 1% top listenership on Spotify in 2020.
That's because all the real fans are on the Neil Young app.
Ponos. Yeah.
It's like his title, right, or whatever?
Yeah, it's his platform.
That's his Patreon.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay.
And then the Needle 7 cut, probably one of my favorite Johns of all time. It's been with me around the world.
Classic piece. Classique.
Year round, pretty much. And on the dome piece is our boy Sam Jane from Jam Store, the Dead Bird fucking flip.
Yeah.
The Yin Yang Arcturix.
Shout out Coop. Thanks for the fucking free arc, baby.
Well, yours hasn't arrived yet.
Well, the dead bird is en route. It's flying over.
It's dead.
It's dead. So it's taking a long time.
How about yourself?
I am dressed like James's Japanese bird watching grandpa.
Yes.
I wore Blundstones to the crib with a North Face Nupsy. What?
How dare you?
How dare I what?
Keep repping Blunnies.
I'm not repping them.
All right.
Oh, you're personally offended?
How often do you wear the pod boots?
I would say every other time I wear boots. I'm keeping,
every other time I wear boots that I don't come to your apartment.
I'm keeping not that they are like flimsy or anything like that, but like I want to make sure that the mileage is kind of like they're never going to be made again. I'm trying to keep the mileage under control.
Wear your boots.
Yes, they do look better fucked up, and yes, I do love them. I mean, we designed them. I mean, I took credit for them on the Jeremy AMA. I mean, I basically
do you leave that in?
Oh, he left that in. He cut like so much other stuff. Like we were doing the take a shot every time Larry mentions his weight. Like he took all that out.
Oh, nice.
So, but then there's just one time where I go shots. So it's like, what the fuck is he talking about? But he did leave in my
your gaff,
my completely rude gaff. But anyway, on the socks I have on just like no name rag wool socks. The trousers are Graziano and Gutierrez.
Ooh.
I got the fucking pleated cotton or hemp and organic cotton trouser. You could fucking You could smoke these trousers.
Yeah, smoke those.
If you run out of
Gutierrez
fucking,
runts.
if you run out of V-Lone runts, you could fire up the Graziano and Gutierrez runts. These drop, I think, next week. I believe I have the first pair
I like
that
the
anyone ever had.
texture.
They're fantastic.
Yep.
Pleated trousers. I have a vintage Wrangler tucked in.
Tucked.
I got the rollie on the wrist, and then up top I have a relax lacrosse hat. And you know what? Honestly, that's, hey, America. Hey, listen, relax, man. We're good now. Everything's great. Just relax, USA, baby.
Yo, first time
your $2,000 check. It's TBD.
Yeah. Call me Stimmy Jimmy.
First time we
vaccine
vaccine for your parents. Also TBD, but Orange Man gone.
First time we've
Relax,
each worn
baby. We got
hats on a boys only.
Both of us.
Both of us.
Yeah, we do have like an alternating thing.
Yeah.
Though I guess like when we do it here, do you purposely, if you were like, I was going to wear a hat, but then Larry wore a hat, so I'm not, and then today you broke the cycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I really need a haircut. Paul hit me up. Yo,
right.
I need that kid that does fades in the bathroom for $5.
Oh, yeah. Shout out that legend. Also, drink check. Don't know what it's called, but screenshot the YouTube for our $10 patrons and buy this. This is a super light, super juicy red that is chilled perfectly
and it
and
educates
quite
you.
delicious.
It educates you in Spanish, I believe.
That's what's
how to
happening
drink it.
there?
Yeah.
Looks like a
So,
children's drawing,
Yeah.
but it's fucking money.
Very
So, yeah,
tasty.
screen cap, go back, rewind, screen cap, or upgrade to $10, screen cap, go get one.
It is a new day in America.
Yeah.
Trump out, Biden in. Who gives a fuck? Same old, same old. Bernie Sanders has stolen the thunder. If only this man was president.
Right.
In which case, he would have shown up in the same fit to get sworn in.
Yeah. That is
this-
pretty sick that he is, like, he's not a John's enthusiast, right? Like,
Right.
John's enthusiast, we love him, but he's just a guy who's like, I have one good jacket.
Which is a
basically
very
it.
advanced move.
The
Like when you
Burton
find
joint, which is nice.
Yes. Was it designed by Errolson? Was it designed by Hiroshi?
Unclear.
Unclear. We don't know the vintage of that.
I like it. It's pretty technical looking.
So he showed up in the
I'm a fan.
Burton, the gray Burton. It was like it's kind of like a matte fucking gunmetal.
Yeah.
Um,
like a
and
matte
then-
brown. You
and
are
then-
famously colorblind, so. Yeah.
And then the accessory that stole the show absolutely were the upcycled mittens. They were made by Jen Ells, a teacher from Essex Junction, Vermont. She gave them to him over 2 years ago.
He wears these. Wear your shit. I guess that's what you were saying to me. I have a lot of shit, but regardless whether you have a lot or a little, wear your shit. Wear the fucking upcycled, mittens with shearling made from recycled
They're made from
water bottles.
They're
or
made from
whatever.
repurposed wool sweaters. This woman is the fucking Nicole McLaughlin of Vermont, and lined with fleece made from recycled plastic bottles. This king is A, saving the world, saving the climate. B, supporting teachers.
Yeah.
C,
Well,
I'm sure her
Did he
fucking
get him
wait
for
list.
free? Because that's also like.
I'm sure he's on Flow Team.
What
also,
a great old Jewish man who's just like, well, they're free, so it's like I'm just gonna wear them all the time.
Bro, you used to think that getting something on the back of Drake or like Virgil or Travis was the fucking Flow Team.
Bernie puts
A1.
asses in
Bernie,
seats, dude. He's a
get your
meme
shit,
machine.
Get your shit on Bernie's ass. Yo, the Burton site was crashing.
Really?
After
Do they
they
sell that?
identified it. I think so.
Because so he's famously worn this before. In what was the most recent meme format?
I'm once again asking you for Sakamami.
Right, exactly. And then there's another picture of him where he's wearing because I guess Burton is a Vermont brand, right?
Yeah.
So that's the affinity there. But he clearly just has like one or two like really great Burtons, and every time he wears them, streets fucking are buzzing, dude.
Go off.
He just has here's like what it is, right? It's kind of like the hubbub around Fran Lebowitz to some degree when, Scorsese does the fucking joint and everyone's like, oh shit, great personal style.
What,
Maybe-
boots at a Cuban heel?
Yeah, fucking Western
Or
boot,
jeans at a Cuban heel?
old ass fucking, boot cut jeans, fucking Western boots, Cuban heel, Anderson and Shepherd, double breasted fucking men's pinstripe blazer, some type of fucking fancy French cuff shirt. It all comes together in a way that is appealing aesthetically to a John's enthusiast because it really plays to true personal style. And Bernie, while I personally don't want to buy a fucking Burton jacket, I'm not one of these people crashing his site. I look at that man and I go, it all looks great together, and that to me is personal style.
I mean, a true blue
Swag,
John's
bro.
enthusiast is foregoing fashion, and you're right, it's style.
Right.
It's not fashion, it's personal
Come on,
style.
fashion.
Fashion!
Come on, man.
Keep that for the fascists. But I have to imagine that I know for myself, like, talk about this fucking 7 cut. I have had this shit for like 6 years.
Right.
Look, check the fucking tapes. Run it back. Go back to IG when I was wearing Roche runs.
But a
with
7
Lars,
cut.
but with the 7 cut. Yeah,
low.
the shit was gas. He did say, so Gayle King was like, yo, Bernie, you're making a whole thing with, the gloves and everything. And he said, in Vermont, we dress warm. We know something about the cold. And we're not so concerned about good fashion. We want to keep warm. And that's what I did today. And you know what? Again, keep fashion for the fascists.
Mm-hmm.
Episode title, maybe. Bernie is just into fucking function.
Yeah. Yeah, function over form. And while we like a combination of both these things.
Yeah.
And Bernie is kind of like getting lucky. Like, that's a clean jacket, right? Like you said, it's matte, it's clean. And the mittens also, like, kind of like aesthetically, as of the moment right now, are like hitting.
Yeah.
Like, yo, those could have been Double RL or Visvim or some shit, right?
Right.
And you saw them, you would see them shits on Hidden, and you'd be like, okay, all right.
WT to W2C.
But I really think that that again, that's taste, man. I mean, like, this is a dude with a fucking big brain. That's our fucking guy. Obviously, the new fucking budget chair. So shout out to Mans. Like, he's not going out completely with the fucking whimper. Gonna shake things up. Fingers crossed. And get us that $2,000. That's what's important.
$2,000 total.
Though I don't know if we qualify.
We don't.
But anyway, my point is that this guy, like, I'm not surprised that Bernie has great taste, and people can make him the subject of memes, and maybe they're kind of like laughing at him.
Well, the memes are
versus
wild
with him. But for the most part, I look at this man and I see a kindred spirit, bro. The man has swag.
This is quite possibly, maybe we're just starved for content, or maybe people are just fucking
we are
delusionally
starved.
gleeful.
It's 3 podcasts a week, baby. We're starved.
No, not us. I mean, the fucking whole TL. But this,
not us,
him
never.
sitting in the chair as a meme has lasted a full 24 hours and is still going. The people who are not online, by the time you listen or watch this podcast, it might be dead. Who knows?
It'll be it'll be on your mom's Instagram.
Your mom's QAnon Facebook group.
It's gonna go right now. It's on Twitter. It's already on Instagram. Then it's gonna hit Facebook, and then your mom is gonna see it on Facebook, and then she's gonna share it on her Instagram. That's when I know a meme
She's gonna
dead,
email
is when I
it.
see it on my mom's Instagram, because then I know
She's gonna email it to a bunch of people.
It was laundered through Facebook.
She's gonna email it to a bunch of people, and then it'll end up in like Q Parlor or whatever they're using now, 8chan, 8kun, which will just get fucking bro.
That's what it's called?
KUN.
Oh, okay.
Do your research.
Is it? Why'd they pick that?
That's where I don't know. That's where Q started.
That's where it started.
Is currently. That's where Q
I'm
currently resides.
talking about the phonetic sounding racial slur that's in the name.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay. So that went completely over. You're so anti-racist that you didn't even.
I don't see racism. Biden's president. Racism's over. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's why I said, relax, America. We're back.
The other Big John's moment, and kind of on the flip side of our king, our democratically elected king, Bernie Sanders. There was a cameo by the Jordan Dior's, worn by Nicholas Ajagu.
Not racist.
Might be
Nailed
butchering
that.
the name. Husband of Kamala's niece, Mina Harris. Nicholas is the global head of partnerships at Facebook, right? And this man was descending down the stairs behind Amy Klobuchar, and I guess is father to the 2 little girls, ages 2 and 4, that went fucking
Beautiful.
big viral for wearing coats that Kamala was wearing as a youngin in some old TV,
Beautiful,
some old Throwback Thursday.
multiracial, gorgeous family. But
This man was wearing Dior Jordan 1s.
your brain's in a
at the
pretzel
46th
because you're so
inauguration.
offended. I mean, here's the thing. Are you even remotely surprised that a technocrat lackey would wear the physical embodiment of late stage capitalism to the fucking? This is to the inauguration. I mean, the shoe itself is it is a neoliberal horcrux or whatever the shit is from fucking Harry Potter. Did I nail that?
I don't know.
I have never read a page of Harry Potter or seen a single frame of the movie.
Do you want to borrow my books?
Absolutely not.
Good.
I can't read. But I
That's
look
true.
at that shoe, and we've said it before, and we'll say it again. It really does embody everything that is wrong with America. And maybe even the world. And of course, it would fucking twinkle toes, dance its way into the fucking inauguration.
You would expect to see this at a Trump event, right? Where the whole Trump aesthetic is like super loud.
With those
Listen,
trogs?
super loud, super gauche,
dude.
super new money, where it's like, look how much fucking money we spent. Look how much money Melania spent on the Christmas decorations, even though she hates Christmas, right? Where it's just like a price tag on everything so that you know how much everything costs. Big logos, big fucking in-your-face expenditures, all that. It's late-stage capitalism. You wouldn't necessarily expect to see that at the fucking anti-Trump inauguration. I will say, and we'll get to Maisie Biden, I will say that seeing Jordans at a presidential inauguration is kind of cool.
Like in a subversive way.
Yes, in that like a culture born from black and brown subculture has made its way into like the most important stage and most visible stage in American
The hallowed halls
politics
of
and culture and everything.
capital.
And people made that point, but to choose the Dior Jordans and to have them worn by the fucking a global C-level Zuck cuck
Yeah.
from Facebook is just like a fucking amalgamation Voltron of just everything that's wrong. Where this guy's like, yo, I paid $20,000 for these because I can afford these because I fucking let Trump go off.
10 stimmy
on
checks.
Facebook.
Those are 10 stimmy checks on your feet, dude. If you had flipped those on StockX, you could have provided stimmy for 10 sad,
10 starving
pathetic,
Johns enthusiasts.
starving pedestrian civilians, whatever. I will say that I disagree in that I don't think that I would expect a MAGA chud to be wearing Dior Jordans, but I will say,
Look at fucking Milo. Look at like that guy. Like he's wearing the fucking.
Right.
Look at Melania.
But that guy Milo was always a capper, dude. He wasn't really one of those people.
He wore the Joel Santana fit.
He was a grifter, bro. That guy was a grifter and was using those people to fund his fucking actual taste level. But I will say that the reason those shoes are bad, everything that's bad about them, is what makes them effective, right? It's the big logos, it's the fucking branding, and obviously that is what is employed to fucking move all the MAGA merch that you see, right? Fucking, make Jordans
I mean, sure, I think that
great again.
I think maybe I'm thinking more pre-president Trump, where he was like the embodiment of like
you're talking about
gauche,
gaucheness.
gilded fucking.
I need this whole room in gold.
Exactly.
I need the taco salad with the edible 24
Titties
carat
bigger.
fucking flakes. Yeah.
Titties bigger. Epstein's girls younger. All that.
If your nephew pulled up wearing fucking Dior Jordans, I mean, come on.
At my promotion?
Yeah, right. Act like you've been here before. Come on.
Yo, you know what I do? You know what I do?
What statement? All right, let me. What statement is he trying to make? What's going through his head?
Look how small my penis is.
That's what he's doing.
Well, look how big my dick is. But anyone that's making that statement is really look how small
I think that he was not that I think that he believed that he was going to go nuclear viral.
No.
To the point where we were talking about him on the pod. He was definitely trying to pull a little bit of an if you know, you know, but he definitely was like, ooh, let's see who's going to fucking peep these, dude. I've been waiting for a moment. And that is fucking corny because you're making it about you, dog. And it's about your wife's aunt. You dick.
If my nephew showed up to my inauguration in Dior Jordans, drone strike. Secret Service, sniper. The sniper's on the roof. Take him out.
Well, you know what I will say? Now that we got fucking Biden and Kamala in office, you know that drone program is back on.
You never know.
We're back
These
on.
drone pilots are like, woo!
Yeah, let's go, dude. Hold my beer.
Hold me in.
Hold my beer.
Put me in, coach.
Hold my beer. We got a fucking lot of fucking weddings happening in the Middle East we need to investigate. You know what I'm saying?
Those were the Jordans that stole the show. There was a second pair of Jordans, Jordan 1 mid. Purple Sisterhood, I believe, pair.
Yeah, and can I say just this is, as the resident scholar.
Jordansman.
Mids are unacceptable. Mids
Okay.
are like the Tims. You know the Tims on the cheaper sole, not the lug sole. People buy unsophisticated people that are
boors.
No, and even like, and I will say novices because like, I respect wanting to get into the Johns game, and I respect sneakers being a gateway drug. You know, the barrier of entry is very low on sneakers, and specifically Jordans, right? People love that man. People love his legacy. They love his fucking sneakers. Mids are unacceptable. It's
called mids. It's in the name.
It's in the name. If you could walk into a Foot Action and you can buy Jordan 1s off the wall, they're not highs, they're mids. They don't count. So to Maisie Biden's...
Lawrence, you've been yelling at a child this whole time because the woman that wore them,
She's
the
20.
girl that wore them
She's
is
20.
20-year-old granddaughter, Hunter Biden's daughter.
Grow up, Peter Pan.
Maisie Biden, who is a Jordan head. She wore she was wearing, I think, fours. She was wearing fours in some
these
official
suck.
photo. Yeah, these suck. But maybe this is like
with
what
her
went with the
pants,
pants.
they kind of looked good.
Yeah.
People thought they were the purple highs, which would have been a better choice.
And they stuck by. They were more low key as the fucking Dior's, which are just shouting in your face. Look at me, I'm expensive.
I will say to Maisie Biden's point, she did a little thing, she did a little stunt, and everyone was really focused on. First of all, that's Hunter's daughter, right?
Yes.
So that's the swag runs in the family. Come on. I mean, your dad is a fucking. Your dad is a sexy crackhead.
Yeah, she needs those Coke lows.
Yeah. No, but I will say that she got overshadowed by
This guy, the
Doug-
global head of
No,
partnerships at
and-
Facebook.
and even fucking everyone who would the poet laureate was in Prada.
Yes.
And then you had fucking Doug Emhoff's fucking daughter.
he's-
the Bushwick daughter was
Oh.
wearing. She was in Miu Miu, so it's like,
She rules.
yeah,
She has lots of small tattoos.
Have you thought about you watch You on Netflix?
Yeah.
Have you thought about Dan Humphreying her? Like, you just bump into her in the natural wine store, like, oh, what? That's crazy. And then you slowly integrate and fucking insert yourself into her life, and then before you know
So I can
it,
assassinate Biden?
yeah. I mean, sure, that would.
Is that where you're going with that?
Well, you don't need to assassinate Biden because he's gonna die. Swiss cheese bread
Very
is
soon.
done. That's a wrap, dude. That's set your fucking
Yeah.
timer. No, at that point, you might need to. First of all, I don't know what I want to say on a podcast, even behind a paywall.
Parody count.
I'm not trying to talk about assassinating the first female vice president. I just meant wiggle your way in as a clout chaser.
No, I've not thought about that. And she's a college student, so
She's not your type. Oh, she's
I might,
a college student.
She's a Parsons.
She might be too old for you.
She's. We'll wait. We'll talk about.
No, she goes to
administration too.
Pratt. She goes to Pratt.
Parsons, no? Pratt.
I thought
Parsons.
No, Parsons is like a fashion. She goes to Pratt,
Whatever.
I think, or she's just a Pratt looking ass.
Whatever. She fucking wears like crop top knits and has like armpit hair and lots of small tattoos. She's cool.
Very
the
cool.
other fashion
She's
moments.
like a designer.
The other fashion moments for the inauguration, which we don't really care about. Biden wore Ralph.
Well,
do you care? Do you care about this? Can we move on?
Right. Well, here's the thing. You hear it. Okay, this is perfect point. I heard it and I was like, oh, fucking swag, dude. Like, let's see how it goes, right? And him and Doug, the first Jew and the second gentleman. Second gentleman, first Jew. Both of them were getting drippy and lift shits, and they looked super well. I liked Doug's coat. It didn't fit that great, but that's like the kind of more iconic polo coat style. I was hype on this. I thought it was cool, and then
As
I
a
was
concept.
like, wait a second. That's what they want me to think. This is fucking propaganda. This is fucking patriotism masquerading as fucking Johns, and it's like,
Well-
this is lame. Who cares?
And is it
doesn't
really
matter.
that? Is it? I mean, I don't know if Ralph
don't
dresses
really-
presidents, but like, okay, so Ralph Lauren dresses every American Olympic team, right? Him or Nike.
Yeah, but that to me feels okay. So
like,
do you think that's politicized though?
Yeah, for sure. So is it even like that interesting? And I don't know. I guess like neither of us watched the inauguration, right? We were just on the fucking timeline, just
Let me ask you a big
crushing
question,
the memes.
because we've talked a lot of politics because obviously that's been dominating everybody's world, not just as of late, but for many years. Why do people care about the fashion choices and decisions that their politicians make?
I mean, you can read into this, and I think that it's definitely overblown.
Like,
but I
should
guess
we
it's
give a fuck what they look like? How
it's signal. It's code signaling or code sending, right? Women wearing purple means like unity between red and blue.
dude.
Yeah, it's all fucking stupid. Or I guess Kamala wearing a young black designer,
Which is important. That's
Christopher
important.
John Rogers
And then-
Pierre Moss at the rehearsal dinner.
Shout out fucking Kirby, dude. Yeah,
Like that's cool. And like Michelle Obama wore a lot of young American designers. I
she
guess
always
that's just
looks
like,
good. I fuck with her. I think she looks good.
Yeah, she had the big old Gucci belt on. Wasn't Gucci.
My thing.
So there's that. Or there's like the way that you can like Trump's like oversized suits, right? Very fucking 80s, very like typical alpha move. Even though he looked like a fucking slob.
I got the biggest fucking sport coat on in here.
Let's have a time measuring contest.
I guess
so. It's that. So it's that, and it's like
I guess
that's kind of it. And I do think we do put too much weight and currency in it.
I guess I know why, because I phrased it kind of wrong. I guess the question was like, should it matter? And I think for me, I just want them to look stately and put together, and not like a fucking slob or a fucking bozo. But for the most part, it really doesn't matter to me, and I don't know if it necessarily should.
All the pomp and circumstance at a certain point,
Well,
and
bro.
all the fashion ties into that.
Oh, you didn't like Garth Brooks? You didn't like the Garth Brooks sing along?
I was just like, okay, like stop doing this. Go work. Go like sign the fucking
Someone called him David Wells. That was the best. It was like, why am I watching David Wells sing fucking Hallelujah or whatever the fuck he's saying?
Just drunk, pitching a perfect game. All right, so yeah, first Jew, Doug Emhoff wore Ralph. Kamala wore Pierre Moss.
Squad!
On the inauguration eve. Do you have like Jewish pride that he's the first gentleman or second gentleman?
That dude's corny, dude. But I respect the fact that I don't know who his ex-wife is. Or because maybe she's dead. I honestly don't know. Though we probably would know that.
Was he married?
Because all I ever hear about is fucking Biden's first dead wife, right? You hear about her all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Doug
And first dead son.
yeah, they would be. Yeah, right. Shout out Bo. R.I.P. You dead bitch. I definitely feel like if Doug's
He had that military swag.
yeah, I feel like Doug is definitely divorced. So I guess my point there is, he did the fucking domestic thing, right? He has fucking kids from his first marriage. That shit clearly blew up in his fucking face, and then he fucking was like, I'm gonna marry up. Let me find a powerful, fucking savvy
Police
Washington
officer.
insider cop.
Hey, Mrs. Officer.
Yeah, and let me fucking just chill. I don't know what he does, but at this
lawyer?
point,
I
he
think he's
better
a
be
lawyer.
fucking cooling
Or
out.
professor?
So I respect that. And as a Jewish dude,
What?
I see, this is one man's soul recognizing his counterpoint in another.
Is this the first circumcised penis in the White House?
No way, bro. No
don't
way.
think?
No, of course not. Well,
Who do you think-
actually,
who do you think was
shit,
cut?
dude.
Who do you think
You're
was
right.
cut?
You think? Honestly, I feel like Barack Obama has a cut penis. He
Why do you
gives me
think
those
that?
vibes.
He gives you big cut dick energy.
He gives me. Yeah, for sure. I think that when I look at Obama's fucking slick. He's fucking sleek. There's no chance he's sophisticated. There's no chance that man's walking around with.
It's not his choice.
with foreskin baggage. What do you mean it's not?
It wasn't his choice.
sure.
It was like, snip, snip, snip.
But it is a generational thing. I mean, that's an interesting question. I would think that there has already been a circumcised penis in the White House.
As either
We would have to Google the history of like when did circumcision become popular. If it was like the 50s or whatever, then yeah.
Well, when was Obama in the White House? Like when in his 40s? Like late 40s?
He would have. We definitely didn't get circumcised after he left.
No, so what is that like?
Now that I'm not president, first order of business, I'm going on vacation and I'm getting circumcised.
So he was born in the 60s, let's say.
Yeah, I think.
Was circumcision a common
Right.
thing for non-Jews in
You
the
a-
60s?
You asked when he was in the White House, but you
Right.
meant when he was born.
No, I meant both.
Okay.
Or no, I said how old is he when he was in the White House?
okay.
Late 40s, let's just say,
Yeah.
right? So like 1960.
I don't know. Does anyone want to fucking weigh in the comments? Does someone want to actually do the research to figure it out? I'm gonna say definitely there has been a cut dick in the White House.
All right, speaking of absolutely unnecessary
But there absolutely is now.
Speaking of absolutely unnecessary procedures, Biden and Kamala put together an inauguration playlist, which you didn't know about this.
No. What?
Because this is just one of those, we're back to fucking corny showmanship, and not just, holding with bated breath that, Trump isn't going to fucking leak the nuclear codes on Twitter. We're back to fucking Biden and Kamala doing these little pop cultural performative bullshit where they put together this playlist and it's like the usual fucking, classic rock.
Some highlights, dude.
The ones that I highlighted, Burn a Boy, MF Doom, which how dare you?
That's the one. Will not stand in your book.
They picked a good song though, Red and Gold. It's about drinking fucking old English cans
Yeah.
though. And fucking Dutch Masters. Vampy Weeks.
Who? And by the way, shout out our close personal celebrity friend Ezra. He's a fucking Bernie. He's a Bernie bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I wonder. Big
he's a
Bernie
supporter.
bro. They fucking played at one of his rallies.
I know,
Or not,
so-
whatever.
I
Rallies.
wonder. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll text my friend Ezra and be like, "Did you know?" And
Text him
what-
right now.
And what are you thinking? No, I'm not gonna do
Text
it
him right now.
So we're podcasting.
You don't have his number. Text him right now, and then maybe we'll get a live reaction. Then we can read live on video and pod. And the other highlight was Major Lazer, which is just fucking.
Shout out Diplo.
This is clearly just we're back to them being like, hey, interns, can you put together a playlist and we'll like blast it out there for some positive press.
Yeah.
And while people are looking this way, we'll fucking zig that way.
The thing, one, I didn't know this existed. Two, I'm not going to listen to it. I don't even care to look at the track listing. The highlights from you is more than enough. It kind of reminds me of like, well, this is confirmation bias, right? If you are hyped for this, this regime, this kind of reset that we've had post Trump, you're gonna find your favorite band on there, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna Yas Queen, or you're gonna be
Girl
like,
boss,
Yeah,
boy boss, yo.
you're gonna be fucking hyped for Joe
The
and the
third
Aviators.
song in this playlist, and I think this sums it all up, is by the band Average White Band, which is basically what we're back to. It seems like
That's a what? That's a band?
AWB, bro.
Oh, they think they're so fucking clever.
Kendrick Lamar, didn't see that.
We gonna be all right. What's
Mac
the song?
Mil-
What's
Mac
the Kendrick
Miller.
song? Mac
Now or
Miller.
Never.
I mean, R.I.P. K-Tronada, K-Tra.
NERD.
Well, hold on. Let me back up for a second. This reminds me. So the confirmation bias that exists here.
Chronics. Yeah.
Reminds me of when Obama puts out his fucking best of lists, right? Lists. That's become like a weird thing that like people really look forward to. And if you love Obama, you're gonna see your favorite TV show, favorite fucking musical artist, favorite song, whatever it is, and you're going to fucking triple backflip and put that shit on fucking repeat all day. And if you're somebody who fucking doesn't support, you know, what this man stands for, what he represents, you're going to be like, oh, Obama watched the pilot of The Boys and some intern told him to put it on the list. Oh, no, I'm so fucking mad. It's like, it doesn't change anything. But this is like confirmation bias central, dog.
This is like the fashion showmanship where it's like, it's a fucking, you know, hey, look what we're doing. We're fucking people. We're human. Yeah. We're humanizing ourselves. It's like,
how you do, fellow kids.
Go do your job. Just go fucking do your job.
Yeah, where's the fucking checks?
Where's
the
checks?
vaccine?
I guess we're back in the.
Where's my vaccine?
We're back in the.
Specifically.
We're back in the City of Paris Accord.
God damn it! Yeah. Oh yeah, the Paris Agreement. Yeah, that's back on.
I would love to get a vaccine. And then I mean,
I would love to solve global
this is
warming.
fucking put together by the Kamala's niece, right? Or stepdaughter, the Bard girl, not Bard girl.
The Bard girl's her stepdaughter.
Yeah, stepdaughter. Because
can you imagine your mom is a fucking like just a cop?
Kamala doesn't even know who Tupac is.
That's right.
Or when he died.
That's how and that's what I said to you. That's how I know this list is fucking all cap. Kamala, excuse me. Fuck. I'm just gonna do that for 4 years. She went on the Breakfast Club, and this is when she was campaigning to be the vice presidential nominee. And she was talking to Charlemagne the God about like smoking weed, and she was like, "Yeah, I smoked. I'm down to earth. I'm not a fucking cop. I smoked in college." And they're like, "Oh, what did you smoke to?" And she was like, "Oh," and she's from California, so of course, who does she say? She says Snoop, and she says Tupac.
Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, right. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Tupac Shakur. And people were like, "Wait a second. When you were in college, those dudes didn't have music out." So that tells you everything you need to know. And this became
Vice Capper.
And this Vice Capper did exactly. And this became a whole thing because, Fox News and right-wing media leaped all over this. Like, look at this fucking poser. They basically like, fucking poser. They called her a capper, and then everyone was like, should this even matter? Everyone left. Should it matter? Why are they attacking this black woman? And it's like, okay, well, this just proves everything that I've been saying, which is that she's just unlikable, dude. She's not a fucking real person. She's a narc.
Thank fucking God, though, that they did not include the Macklemore Trump freestyle.
What do you think of that?
What the fuck do you mean when I think of that? My brain fell out my asshole when I saw.
He was so proud of himself.
Fraser Tharp tweeted. I was just like, yo.
I'm going to do this in one take.
It was just like, yo, was it worth it?
I'm going to pop some tags.
Was it worth it? If we had elected Trump, would we have put this on ice for at least another 4 years, if not ever?
That's like the logic take where everyone who was saved by the suicide song, I would sacrifice them for the suicide song not to exist. This is, this is, well, I don't know why Macklemore didn't get that. Like, yo, this whole idea of like, yo, fuck Trump. I don't care about my shitty white fans. Eminem did that. That was the awfully hot coffee pot.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
And he was fucking eviscerated into Bolivian. I don't know why Macklemore thought that like he had more clout than Slim
also,
Shady.
Macklemore,
same shit.
Macklemore definitely does not have Trump fans. I'm sure he has a bunch of white.
Right.
I'm sure. Well,
he's from Seattle, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's from Portland. Or
yo,
not
his
Portland,
his fit was fucking atrocious. His not that I'm like one to brag, but his fucking mustache was disgusting.
Yeah,
he looked like a fucking victim of Vegas law.
Another famous sneakerhead with no fucking real
His
style.
hat was trash. He had like a fucking shitty tattoo peeking out his like.
He had the beater on. He looked good at least. I
would
like
to
look.
You called a beater?
I looked at. Well, I mean.
No, you know good. His hat was fucking
terrible.
terrible.
I mean, meaning that he looked in shape.
Oh. Well, yeah, he hasn't been doing anything. He's like sobered up. It was horrible. And it was really just like, this is exactly what. This is just like white liberals, right? Coming out the fucking woodwork being like, yo, yeah, like, fuck you, Trump. Yeah, I'm Biden, ride or die.
We're back, baby.
He's like, I know I got white privilege, but I still fucking love it.
Yeah.
It was
These are
atrocious.
people that do not. Macklemore and his fans and everyone who was like fucking banging this fucking song.
Who banged it?
Like it was this,
Does
like,
Macklemore have
like-
fans?
like it was
does
a
he have
joke.
does he have N fan?
I don't know. But my whole thing is like these are not
Russell
people,
Wilson, that's
these
his
are
only
people
fan.
that don't vote in the primary. They're like, okay, like I don't really give a shit. It's all
Racism's over. Macklemore's rapping again.
Blue versus red. My team won. Brunch is back on, baby. And while I have been brunching hard,
You have been brunching fucking very
super hard because it's my goddamn American right. It's in the Constitution. I will say that the kind of person that I would expect to be drawn to this is like everything. Like we know everything about you already.
Bro, using the Biden or I guess Trump defeat, I get because it was more of like a Trump defeat than anything else. Using that
Oh,
as like
for
leverage
us.
using that as leverage for a comeback. Like how fucking
Oh, I
how
see.
tone deaf can you be?
So I saw it as self-serving, maybe not in terms of like in monetary terms of relaunching his career and getting back to the Grammy award-winning. Remember when he texted Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
My bad, bro. My bad that To Pimp a Butterfly
Yeah, you
got
deserve
fucking
this.
cock-blocked by a song about thrifting, which, by the way,
on trend, very on
great-
trend, very on trend.
Great sentiment too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Thank you, Macklemore.
honestly, that's well, I almost said the wrong podcast.
Yeesh.
That's Throwing Fitz's To Pimp a Butterfly. It's a song about thrifting, Big Johns, and looking like a pimp. No, I mean fuck Macklemore, bro. Hey. You ever think about mackling less? Macklemore woke up that day and he should have chose to mackle less.
Yeah.
personally.
Throw that man in jail. Throw away the key. Never give him a presidential pardon.
That's
Unlike
honestly, that could be the bone that we toss to Kamala. You want to lock up a motherfucker so bad?
yo,
lock
you know
up
she's fucking itching, just trying to
Oh,
lock
dude.
a motherfucker up.
I'm telling you, bro, the drones are about to launch. We're about to fucking get the industrial prison system fucking popping, dog.
Shout out Zach Fox, who had the best tweet of the last week, where he was like, "Yo, you know Kamala's pissed that
Yeah.
Trump's releasing all these black men out of
Pardoning
jail."
all these people, sure. Shout out Zach Fox, the
he
legend.
pardoned a bunch of his cronies, and then he also pardoned
Cronies and homies.
cronies and homies. He
Ooh, a little
pardoned
title.
Lil Wayne
Yeah.
and your goat and my problematic goat, Kodak Black.
You do love Kodak Black more than because honestly, everyone out here who's like, oh, insufferably woke Jimmy, suck my dick from the back, bro. You
Yeah, that
fucking
one guy on
loser.
Reddit.
Yeah, that guy. You love Kodak Black. That is
That is
not
my-
insufferably woke.
I have intentionally not listened to his new shit, even though I've heard.
it's that Z shit.
Bro, I've heard that it is fucking gas, and so I'm pissed that I have intentionally. Maybe.
Wait, you were like voting with your streams. You were like, fuck this guy, I'm not giving him streams?
Yes, I would listen to his one song on the Khaled album, and he has a song with Future that is big bangers only.
How long? He's been in jail for like 2 years, right?
Well, he's been in and out, so I think
Oh,
he went in for some horrible shit. I think this is the timeline. He went in for some horrible shit that he did to a woman, and then he got out because we don't care about women in this country, and then he went back in on some gun charges.
Right, okay.
Right, 'cause he was on
which
parole.
is Lil Wayne's whole thing too, which is like just gun charge
Yeah.
after gun charge after gun charge.
So Kodak Black being out, you know what? He served his time. He's
time
putting
served.
in his
Okay,
pens. Yeah.
okay.
So maybe it is time that I start listening to Kodak Black again.
The
He is my problematic fave.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sure. The pardon of Wayne, like, and I get like Wayne wanting to at this point, like he just wants to expunge his record. He just wants to maybe he wants to vote. I guess.
Was
right?
he on his way to jail?
I don't know. I know he had gotten hit with a gun charge, and obviously, let's be clear. This is the whole tit for tat platinum plan thing, right? Like, Little Pump would be pardoned as well if he had been a felon, which he
Though
wasn't.
not according to Lil Wayne's team. They're like, oh no, this is he's always been a supporter of Trump.
Sure. Really? That they were
They
willing
fucking
to
explicitly said that. Yeah.
to keep it to make it seem like there was no hanky panky. That seems like a weird.
Make it look like
weird
it's not
hill
quid
down.
pro quo. Yeah.
The biggest L. So those guys. Well, it's kind of funny, right? Because it's like, okay, let's think about who would we want Trump to pardon. Definitely Edward Snowden, top of my list. Julian Assange, a problematic fave for a lot of people because, quite frankly, I mean, listen, man,
he's hot.
I was gonna say freedom of the press and exposing corruption.
I want him to fuck Pamela Anderson, or I want Pamela Anderson to fuck him.
What's
that sex tape.
what's going on there?
You don't know about that?
What's happening?
They're very
they're homies.
They're very tight.
Do you think they
homies.
smashed? What?
Yes.
Pam Anderson.
Yes. She her Twitter is just like a fucking shrine to Julian Assange.
Huh.
Yeah.
In like a way that it's respectful, or that she wants to just
She
like fuck him?
definitely was like visiting him in the Ecuadorian embassy in the UK, and
when he
definitely
was
giving him
posted
some
up.
fucking hand jobs on
He
the
was
table.
laid up, dude.
Yeah, when he was fucking getting those sonic waves from the CIA.
But anyway, so all those people we'd want to be pardoned.
all nonviolent drug offenders.
Yeah.
Free all them.
Yeah, we want to free the leakers. We want to free the tweakers. We want to free
The freakers.
the pushers, the freakers, and obviously the spitters, which we got. And then, unfortunately, Joe Exotic. No
Oh.
dice, bro.
He was
Played.
so confident.
Well, he was confident, and this just proves.
You think he was overly confident?
Well, here's the thing. His relationship was with Don Jr., right? And you don't think that Don Jr., who is a fucking loser.
Zero clout with his daddy.
Exactly. That's the thing. He's the kind of guy. You know how there's people that go, they're like, oh, TF, I know Jimmy and Larry. What do you need? Oh, you want to put a John on their back? You want some fit pics?
Who
You
the
want
fuck's
some
saying
clout?
that?
I don't know. I'm trying to relate it to
Is that
what
your
we do.
is that your impression of Chuck?
Yo, don't worry, I got you, baby. And then
I got you.
Yeah, I got you. Don't trip. Those are my
Those are my-
fucking
those are my boys. Those are my mans.
It's my dad, bro. You don't think? And then it's like when it comes to the showdown, Trump was like, "Fuck off, dude." And the best is Joe Exotic's obvious, statement.
I mean, why
which is
not? Why not free Joe
incredible.
Exotic? He had the fucking limo ready. They were on their way to get McRibs while getting his hair done. But Joe Exotic, who
What
is
did
the
he say?
most vindictive man in America.
He's in jail for murder for hire, by the way.
For being vindictive.
For literally being vindictive on a felony level.
My guy tweeted out on his non-verified account.
Yeah.
Or he didn't tweet it. Although he probably
This
has,
seems like-
he probably has a burner in the fucking can.
Let's
He
give
said,
this a do.
I was too innocent and too gay to deserve a pardon from Trump. Pardon is capitalized for some reason. I only mattered to Don Jr. when he needed to make a comment about me to boost his social media post. Boy, were we all stupid to believe he actually stood for equal justice. His corrupt friends all come first, which yeah.
Sure,
like,
of course,
you
obviously. Everyone.
You fucking idiot.
Welcome,
Like-
and also Joe Exotic. I expect you to know better. Welcome to America. Everyone's corrupt friends come first, but I will say
what he should have done. Go ahead.
But I will say, no, too innocent and too gay is, I'm going to use that every time that I have a personal failing or a professional failing, or I need to make an excuse for literally anything. I am absolutely going to use that as my excuse.
Yeah, bro. Too gay every day.
Too innocent, too gay, dude. That's the episode title, dude.
You should have appealed to Melania and be like, yo, if you get me out, I'll give you the fucking rarest furs, the rarest skins. You can get fucking dripped out. Your Hermes alligator, fuck that shit. I'll get you an Hermes human skin
I'll give you
Hermes.
that snow tiger.
That Birkin
dude.
made
That
out of
Carol
human.
Baskin human skin
I'll
suit.
give you an Eric Snowden Birkin.
Yeah. Foreskin Birkin.
This says Phil Spector died. What is? I don't know what this is.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I have no transition here.
Oh, damn, dude. Damn, I forgot that I wanted to talk about Phil Spector. Phil Spector.
What is wrong with your wire?
What do you mean? Nothing's wrong with it. I just like to fidget, bro. Don't.
Okay. All right.
Well, okay. Phil Spector is dead.
Yeah.
Evil genius.
Murdered somebody.
Murderer.
Died from COVID.
Died in prison.
From COVID.
I watched the Phil Spector documentary, and it's fascinating. It's called "The Agony and the Ecstasy of Phil Spector," and it is during. So when he went to trial the first time for the murder of this woman, Laura. Don't know her last name. Not really.
Well,
honoring
she's a
the
woman,
dead.
so you don't care about her.
She was an actress. They declared a mistrial for a hung jury, and then he was retried again. And while they were waiting trial, he did a documentary. It was a sit-down interview. I believe it aired on the BBC, and you can watch it on YouTube. And it is just a fascinating portrait into what is truly like an evil genius, recluse, like just psychopath, but someone who is so talented. And he tells an amazing story where he's in the studio in 1973 or whatever with John Lennon working on, cooking up beats in the stew.
Hell, with my guy Sir John?
And with Sir John, and John Lennon's like, yo, Phil, I'm not gonna do a John Lennon impression. He goes, Phil, come look at this thing, and he shows him a projection of Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets, the debut picture. And it's the opening scene, which famously is Harvey Keitel waking up. This is the opening credits to the Ronettes' Be My Baby, which is a song that Phil Spector produced.
You were singing it when you were in here earlier.
Could it
And I was
the
like, why are you singing this?
Should be the outro music.
Yeah, sure.
Great song. Classic fucking girl group, early 60s smash pop hit. And the Ronettes, Ronnie Spector, the woman who's singing on the song, eventually would become Phil Spector's wife. But that's neither here nor there. So he's watching this, and Phil Spector goes, what the fuck is this? Who's this guy? And John's like, yeah, I don't know this guy. Use your song. And Phil's like, I never give my musical rights to anyone. I guard that shit. This man was the youngest record label owner in the history of the United States when he was 21 years old. So he wasn't out here giving away free clout. So he calls up his lawyers. He's like, who the fuck is this Scorsese guy? He calls him Skeezy when he's telling...
Fuck is this Skeezy?
Yeah, he's telling Skeezy, right.
Certified Skeezy boy.
Who's this Skeezy guy? And the lawyer's like, yo, he's some fucking film student or whatever, young guy. It's not worth it. They're nobodies. And Phil is like, and he's thinking about, hitting them with the C&D. You and I are very familiar with those. And John Lennon's like, yo, bro, it's not worth your time. Remember where you were when you were starting out. So Phil Spector lets it slide, but not before calling Scorsese and being like, yo, what the fuck? I want points on some next film. So they're like, yeah, okay, we'll use some songs, we'll make it right. So when Phil Spector is telling this story, he literally is making it seem that he held not just Scorsese's career in his hand, but Robert De Niro, famously Johnny Boy, his first big screen performance. This is the kind of guy Phil Spector was. Assuming this is, I don't know how true, this is one side. This is a he said, she said thing, right? Who's to say if this is really what happened from Scorsese's point of view? But what's funny, too, is that later, when they used the Phil Spector song in Goodfellas, and then He Kissed Me, another girl group jam, I don't think he was like, I didn't get paid for that. So they just fucked them over again. But that to me was just, I thought it would be interesting for our audience and maybe check out the documentary and listen to some girl group music.
That's a tip for our audience. If you're not strapped for cash, right?
Yeah.
Always take the points.
Yeah. Always take the points. So I guess he got fucked over in that case. He got fucked over like Joe Exotic, but what are you going to do? He's dead now. We're all even in debt, so whatever. So rest in peace, you dead bitch, Phil Spector.
He who dies with the most points wins.
Yes.
Another thing that died, or at least put on hold, is Certified Lover Boy. Drake's album was delayed because of Drake.
I hate this.
His energy is directed all for his knee surgery rehab.
Recovery and rehab, baby.
Lawrence, how bummed are you?
Dude, I hate this. This is the age-old adage. Even Lil Wayne has said this before. Rappers want to be ballers, and ballers want to be rappers. And Drake thinks that he is an NBA
You don't have to have a fucking two good knees to spit heat.
I was like, bro, Snoop Dogg performed in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Spitting bars.
MF Grimm.
Exactly. We don't fucking...
Do you know who that is?
That is a collaborator of your boy, MF Doom.
Yes, sir.
What did his MF stand for? Or was it just kind of like it's like the a Wu-Tang affiliation, but like this is the MF affiliation?
They had a terrible falling out, and MF Grimm put together a whole like a 3-disc album that was just like a fucking MF Doom disc.
Damn, 3 discs for disses?
Yeah,
you gotta respect the fucking commitment.
Jay Dilla fucking toured Europe while he was on dialysis.
Yes, right, exactly. Fucking Jay Dilla, fucking.
But your boy Aubrey needs his little old knee, which he has two of, by the way. He has 2 knees, by the way.
Yeah.
He needs both knees to be at 100% before he can lay some vocals down. Well, meanwhile, he's doing fucking air squats with the fucking OVO owl gloves because like a Toronto fucking Blue Jay.
I respect the way that
he's in the CFL.
Yeah. He and I get that he's a physical performer and he does huge shows and big
No
sets.
one's touring.
And I know, and I know that he like.
He thinks he's on the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
But he sees himself as that kind of guy, which is like, talk about fucking corny. Obviously, this is Drake's whole brand, but this to me is, I'm like, come on, man.
So you've admitted that he's a cornball, yes?
Yeah, but that's what I like about him because, like, what other rappers, like, people joke or people will spit a fucking simile or people will make a comment in an interview about like, how I'm the LeBron James of this shit or I'm trying to be the fucking MJ of this shit or whatever, right? We've heard that in a million raps from Jay-Z to Kanye, fucking back again. But I think Drake is taking it to the point where he like looks in the mirror and he's like, yo, this record's not ready because like I physically am not like
100%.
At my peak, but it's like, yo, it's just this, right? You and I could podcast from a fucking coffin.
Bro, my knees
as long
fucked.
as my fucking vocals work.
My knees fucked up right now.
Yes, that's right.
You see me fucking saying,
crying.
yo, this episode's gonna come out 2 months from now.
Yo.
Do you think it's a
an
cover up?
excuse?
Do you think it's a cover up
maybe.
for some other shit?
I was thinking, well, I don't even think it's like some like weird deep state conspiracy, other shit kind of nefarious thing. I think it's just like, yo, maybe it's not good enough and it's not ready, right? And he needs to continue to get in the lab with the writer's room and,
Yes, sir.
and put together all the hooks
He
and
needs
all
Josh
the bars
Gottlieb,
and all
needs
the...
Josh Gottlieb to come through. That's next week's guest.
Yeah. That is a fun thing to do on
Little Easter
every
egg.
Boys Ladies only episode and spoil all the fun. Yeah, I think that's probably what it actually is that it's just like we need more beats.
But why can't
Also,
he
by
be
the way,
like,
40, this man is dying and is the creator. He was very much Drake's Phil Spector. You have the wall of sound, and then you have the icy, cold, frigid
the steel drums.
Take a shot for me.
Yo, Oliver El Khatib, I mean, he watches our stories. I don't know if he listens to the pod. Give us some fucking info.
We could probably get. Do you think we could get OVO Oliver North?
I've floated it, and you're like, no, he's not going to be interesting. I've suggested it. Yes.
Bro, why are you fucking slandering me about all these lies on this podcast?
We're the most transparent. We're 55 minutes behind the paywall. We're good.
I probably said he wasn't
listening.
interested in talking to us. I think has. If we ask
then why did he watch our IG stories? I'm fucking putting up Bernie beams and Neil Young tees.
Whatever, dude. We'll figure it out. That's our commitment to you.
All right, let's talk about some real athletes real quick. The NBA players. Adam Silver revealed in a story, I guess, with ESPN or Sports Illustrated. He is working with public health officials to try and secure
this is a priority for the
COVID-19 vaccines for all NBA players as a public information campaign to educate.
That's more Captain Kamala, dude.
To educate mainly the black community and African Americans that the vaccine is good. It's fucking scientifically sound.
It's safe.
It's safe, and that you should do it. Which is clearly all caps.
That's bullshit. Yeah, all caps when you spell the man's name. I fuck with Adam Silver normally because I think he's like a great fucking boss. And versus fucking David Stern, the man who looked like a fucking frog. Big RIP. Yeah. But ultimately, I think that Silver has been great for the league. And I think that, and listen, some people have criticized, the bubble and pushing for play now. And what I didn't know is that of the 15 postponed games this season, 14 have happened within whatever amount of time very recently. So it's like they're trying to find solutions so that the league can continue. Because you're right, you said this earlier to me. I didn't think about this. You can't do a bubble for more time than what the playoffs were, right?
The playoffs were 2 months. What was the bubble?
I don't know.
It felt like forever. You cannot do
sports.
You cannot do the bubble for an entire season.
Right, it's unrealistic.
My guy Jimmy Butler is on fucking COVID protocol, and I'm only saying that because he's on my fantasy team.
Okay.
So I need him back. So yes, vaccinate these motherfuckers.
How is Chuck doing in that league?
Dead last.
Is it because he's not setting his lineups, or is he?
I'm
or did
not
he just draft
sure.
terribly?
I'm sure it's that
How
he's
are
not
you
setting
doing?
his lineups. I was in third, and now I'm second to last.
I used to play fantasy. Fantasy basketball was like the big thing that I played with my friends in high school. And the reason that I would tell you that it's the worst kind of fantasy to play, having played it, is because you have to set your lineup every night.
No, it's not as bad as baseball. Baseball's the worst.
Oh, well, why would you even play fantasy baseball? That to me is crazy.
Well, I had...
but I mean, versus football is what I mean. What most people are familiar with. That's what I mean.
I have Jimmy Butler and I have Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker fucking out. Well, I guess he's back now. Jimmy Bucket's back. Great GQ profile. Love that guy. But no, fucking COVID. Everyone's out. And so it's like, it's so transparently false that Adam Silver just fucking lying through his teeth about like, oh, we want to educate the public. No, you want your multi-billion-dollar industry, your assets, your players, your human assets to not get sick so that you can keep playing.
I believe this. I mean, let's say you and I were giving an interview and someone was like, oh, you guys, and we talked about potting in person. Someone's like, you're potting in person. You guys must be you're getting tested every week. I would be like, yeah, of course. Of course I'm getting fucking COVID testing every week. You think that I'm out here trying to be irresponsible when really you and I just have to keep our multi-$1,000 empire alive. For me, of course, Adam Silver is lying, and I do like him, and I'm not like, I don't take a lot of umbrage with this, but what is very interesting to me more than anything is the kind of racial divide that it exists over the kind of general sentiment around vaccines. And it reminds me of the Dro episode very early on in COVID when he's like talking about not like anti-vaxxer shit like some people we know, but this idea of, we have a certain type of people in this country have been treated so shittily and used and abused to like fucking test shit, right? Talk about fucking, the Tuskegee fucking experiments and shit.
Exactly.
Like, do you fucking blame them? But Dro was talking about boiling onions and fucking inhaling the vapor. And that to me is like, then you're on a slippery slope of like, well, we're trying to fucking, help us help you type thing.
No, but apparently, okay, so there is oh, if the fucking government enslaved you for 400 years, you wouldn't have
Also
some
that.
fucking distrust of
Yeah.
them. So there's that, but also, yes, Adam Silver clearly fucking capping just to get his business, going.
Yeah.
It's back to politics as usual. Another person with a multi-billion-dollar industry, if not greater profit than the NBA, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh yeah,
She's facing some flack.
that bomb
This
ass
week.
pussy went off. Dude.
This is the real busted challenge. Her fucking vagina candle exploded in the home of some northern English woman. It set her house ablaze. Luckily,
They had to throw it through the window on the street.
her and her family were okay, but her fucking pussy candle just blew the fuck up.
I have.
You have one.
I have this candle.
Has it ever blown up in your face?
No, but have you?
What does it smell like?
Her pussy. It sounds like Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy. What are the notes?
So like geranium, citrusy, bergamot,
Sure.
and cedar absolutes juxtaposed with damask rose and ambrette seed to put us in mind of fantasy, seduction, and a sophisticated warmth.
I like it a lot, and I will.
That's our pussy, bro.
Yeah, warmth exactly. I will say,
Sophisticated warmth.
I own this candle.
How is it?
We got it. I really like it, and
Make it
it sets a sexy vibe.
Does it make your Pringle tingle?
For sure, 1,000%. And I think that, if anything, I was investigating the other candles in this line, which there's the orgasm one.
My orgasm.
What is that? What
What is
are
orgasm?
what are the notes there? Or what's the general vibe?
Well, the general vibe is sexy, surprising, and wildly addictive. That sounds problematic. Trigger warning for all my addicts. Trigger warning for all my addicts out there.
I was going to say, wait, a woman came? Surprising. And then what's the other one is
I found the clitoris. It's on Goop.
and then what's the last one is prenup.
My prenup.
Right, and that's
Sophisticated, and then it goes right into sophisticated Travis Scott chicken nugget pillows.
what I remember.
We deleted the line, but
the prenup is sophisticated and
What do you call it? Wait, what do you call it?
Sophisticated.
No, what do you the what? The pre what?
Prenup.
The pre what?
Nup.
Yeah, nup. You're saying nump.
Oh, like an M.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Keep it going.
I mean, that's possible.
Sophisticated Travis Scott chicken nugget pillows.
The prenup was like extra campy when I was on the site, and it was like for when you really need to burn. Like, okay, so fuck over Chris Martin, I guess is who's that about?
Oh wait, chaotic tart. Hold on. Chaotic tart and maybe even a little bittersweet.
Oh,
That's
bittersweet. There you go. Okay, that works. I love the vagina candle so much that I was investigating the other candles in this line. I'm a fan, man. Yo, Goop doesn't. Yo, GP,
Goop don't miss?
GP is Ralph Lauren. In a certain respect?
What does your penis candle smell like?
What does my penis candle smell like? Peppermint, dude. Crisp, clean, shocking, startling,
Bracing.
and you know what? Honestly, a cleanser. What does your penis candle smell like?
Vetiver.
Okay.
Slightly medicinal, but
Okay.
but familiar.
Oh, nice, dude.
You've been here before.
Yeah, we've done this dance.
Yeah, you might not remember it, but
yeah.
we were here.
Oh, it happened.
Oh, it happened. And
Yo,
then,
I forgot to tell you this. This is crazy. This is not a pre-pro thing. I got, and this has nothing to do with Charlie, our boy who works for Travis. I got the Byredo Travis space.
fucking bring it over
From I will bring it over next time.
a different plug.
Yeah, some dude had hit me up. Well, he just said, I want to send you some Byredo stuff. And I was like, whatever. He hit me up on IG, and he sent the space, I don't know what it was, space dust, whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty fruity smelling, but it's not bad. It actually is. So it makes me kind of want to get the fucking spritzer, dude.
Bro, Charlie, if you're listening, we're about to
Charlie.
fucking
We told him.
Yeah, no, but
We were supposed to do the Charlie.
He's like, I'm going away for like a month and a half. So, it's either like pick it up now. And I was quarantine. That's when I was quarantining. So I was like, I can't fucking come see you. You're also in Greenpoint, but I can't come see you right now.
Charlie, we're going to need that. We're going to need to get that going again. We got to do some live on camera tests. And,
OG Chuck.
Yeah.
Speaking of Travis Scott,
yeah, the Nuggets.
the day's finally here. The Travis Scott chicken nugget body pillows, which were on pre-order, was like,
yeah. Well, that they do the same model as us. It's genius. This is Charlie. Pre-order everything, dude.
was the whole Travis Scott McDonald's merch line on pre-order, or just the body pillow chicken nugget?
I'm almost positive the majority of it was.
Okay.
And I think that they're selling so much that it probably was all on pre-order.
Got it. So
I'm telling you, it's the future, bro.
The reason why we do that is
No
one,
ways.
to save the earth. Two, because we don't know.
No,
We're
just
so
one.
insecure.
No, just to save. Don't.
Well,
just sit there.
also insecurity.
We're insecure about how
hard we're saving the earth.
We could how much impact our carbon footprint.
We're insecure about like how much we're going to
course,
how much
you
we're
never
going to
know.
invoice for saving the earth.
And sure, you never know if you're going to sell 1,000 T-shirts or 1,001, and we want to be as by the book and legit as we can. But
The Travis Scott chicken nugget body pillows have started
They're
touching
hitting.
down,
They're hitting.
and this is the embodiment of what I see on the internet versus expectations versus reality.
What do they look like? Do they not look like what was being
They
sold?
look like, well, first of all, people are shocked at how fucking big they are. They're like fucking like this big.
That's a big ass chicken nugget, dude. This is why
They're
you pay.
this-
you
they're
pay
this
for
fucking
$10. You pay $10 to watch James tearing his couch apart.
Don't look at what's under the cushion. If you're only listening here, I'll put the mic to it.
Yeah, there's
They're this fucking big.
There's the body of a dead 12-year-old girl.
Not 12, 19.
Yeah. It's they.
So they're huge.
Do they look like shit or do they look good?
And
though?
people are like, "Yo, it looks like a fucking moldy chicken nugget," which like is not possible because
right, they never
does not
back.
grow mold. They
Are
don't
you
go
a
back.
McNuggets guy?
I love McNuggets.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, okay.
Wendy, I would put Wendy's over
Spicy chicken nuggets.
spicy chicken nuggets. Although I had 20 McDonald's chicken nuggets on a spicy chicken nuggets over the
Oh,
over the
their
fall.
new shit. How were those?
They were
I heard they
fine.
weren't
I
that.
mean-
Chrissy Teigen said they weren't that spicy.
They were. I mean, they had a little zest. I would put Wendy's still over
Zesty
them.
white boy.
Yeah.
Zesty white meat.
Average white band. Average white nugget.
Average white meat. Okay.
So they're fine.
So you're an acolyte like me.
Yes. But yeah, people are just like, this
Who's
looks.
gonna
This
fuck
look,
it? That's
this
all that
looks
matters.
gross. Yeah.
Who's gonna be the first person
if
that's
you-
gonna fuck a Travis Scott McDonald's McNugget body pillow for clout?
If
That's all that matters.
if you've had sex with the Travis Scott
you
McDonald's
think Throw Gang has bought these
chicken
pillows?
nugget body pillow, please, or know someone who had sex with it, please send it our way. We'll give them a free retweet. for
Yeah,
clout.
we'll get that shit viral. I mean, this is like the motherfucker that fucked the hot pocket. Sorry,
Versace Pop Tart.
the man,
was
the
his-
artist
that
known
was his handle.
the artist known as Versace Pop Tart, who many years ago in a previous stage of the internet
On Vine.
and content, it was on Vine. He fucked a hot pocket.
Yeah, he
And
burnt his dick.
And this is how you won your first Pulitzer, right?
Yes,
If I'm- if I'm not
I
mistaken.
tracked the man down. I said, "Hey, can we interview you?" All
Can we
right.
put you on First We Feast?
Here's my guy Chris Schoenberger, the creator and executive producer of Hot Ones,
Yeah, one of the fabulous Nacho brothers.
and they spoke for 5 hours about fucking Hot Pocket.
Wait, really?
No, like
okay.
15 minutes. The guy was like,
but the article ran, but they deleted the Vine because you could see the base of his.
they
dick
deleted
or
the
something?
Vine. It was so fucking good. The article is probably still online. It is definitely. It's how Chris Schoenberger won his first Pulitzer.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Okay, sure.
The guy was like, "Yeah, I just got famous by putting my dick in shit." He first put his dick in a pizza.
He was a rapper, right? No.
SoundCloud rapper. Was he
Well,
our SoundCloud rapper?
Rapper. He was pardoned by Trump for Versace Pop Tart. Well, listen, I don't know how many, just to echo your point, I don't know how many Throw Gang out there actually bought this because you and I are pretty harsh on Travi. It's lit. But if you have one and you want to fuck one for clout, we'll amplify you.
Yep.
And, or I don't know, maybe you send us one. Maybe you want to send it to us. Maybe James will fuck it for clout.
I'll fuck it for clout. It's like on Big Mouth. He cuts a little slit in the pillow.
Yeah.
And he fucks the pillow.
But that's really the thing with any of these kind of like novelty consumer goods, anything that enters the kind of the public conversation that makes its way in the TL. The first question always is like, who's gonna fuck it?
right.
Who's gonna be the first person to fuck it for clout?
Speaking of oversized novelty consumer goods, let's talk about RAF for Prada.
Oh yeah.
What? I mean, I don't give a shit. Like, what do you think?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought that this is the second collection that Raf and Muccia have worked on together, and I thought that because that was a women's collection, and this was
first men's.
Right, this is
the
a
first
menswear collection, and Raf, obviously, while he's had stints at Jill Sander and Dior and is an accomplished, women's wear designer, his bread and butter is menswear and is youthful menswear at that. And while you could definitely see kind of his brushstrokes in that the previous ready-to-wear women's wear collection they did, my point is that I thought that this is real Voltron shit, dude. This is really. Oh, you're not even gonna. Oh, I thought you were gonna get up and leave. Well, I just go. Oh, you are gonna. Okay. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fantastic, and obviously people are going to talk about the big old parkas with the. Oh, come on! Don't do this to me. You don't think I could carry it? I could carry it.
The gloves were cool.
The gloves were very cool. What are you storing in your
Oh, my
per
zoo
set
board,
gloves?
my little zoo board. Drugs. Like,
Drugs, for
yeah,
sure.
drugs.
That's a lot of drugs.
An extra, and an extra wheel for my Heelys.
Nice. So the spare heel. No, I really liked it, and for me,
The whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Wrath and Prada are such iconic brands that even if I don't want to spend necessarily want to spend my money on this stuff and actually try to buy it, I can appreciate it from an artistic standpoint. I think that this was a beautiful kind of Voltron that I think I, as a fan of both of them, was expecting, and I think they fucking killed it.
Yeah, it was.
Though it did feel more Wrath than Prada, but
who cares? It was very beautiful. I felt like I was in the Crazy Town Butterfly video, and I just now want some mohair leggings.
Yeah,
that's all.
Oh, the body pieces is what they're called. So what's crazy to me is like I thought that was definitely like
how do you shit in those? How do you piss in those?
Do you think? Oh well, there might be butterflies.
You think they got a
there might be butt flaps.
back door?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. How do you fuck in those, or get fucked in those?
Yeah.
How do you fuck your Travis Scott McDonald's chicken nugget body pillow if you're wearing a fucking Raph Simmons for Prada onesie?
These are the questions that the fashion editors and critics are not asking, and that's why we exist, is to fill that void. My final point on the matter is that those will probably actually be on sale, and I cannot wait to see people try to wear them because those were the whole collection. Every look, from what I understand, and some were turtleneck, right? Some were cardigan.
What?
Some the bodysuits. The bodysuits. Some,
really?
Yeah. Some were.
I thought it was the long johns for like the.
No. That's
but separates. They weren't all onesies, were they?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe there was some just tops and bottoms. I'll be curious to see what actually makes it into stores, and then what actually people wear on Instagram and think that they are really doing something. I'll be curious to see.
I just hope Seasons gets their hands on some so I can fucking borrow some.
And that's why free plug. That's why Season rocks because fuck it. Let's try it. Let's see if I can fuck in the Raph body piece, the Raph Prada body piece.
Are you gonna get your hands on some Louis Vuitton men's by Virgil Abloh fucking airplane bags or like some
foams?
Fucking
foams.
Let's talk about the Snatch opening look.
Oh my god, dude, Freddie.
Four-finger Frankie, the Orthodox Jew in Snatch, right? Who's like Benicio del Toro, with the chain suitcase and the payas, and just like the Hasidim, the Hasidim
That was
fit.
a pretty one-for-one reference. Like he had like
it certainly seemed like it.
It's like he's that collection is probably being designed like up until yesterday.
Yeah.
And he probably was just like fucking watching Snatched and was like Snatch.
You like Degs?
Yeah, you like Dags? He was watching Snatch, and I'm sure he was
I might
just
watch
like,
that. I might watch it.
It's a fucking great, and I actually think it's probably for real, potentially. But I think it's free on demand somewhere. No, that was very literal. Honestly, dude, that was... I definitely am the Virgil apologist on the show. I
don't think so. I think you are normally the Virgil. You want to tear him down.
Oh, really?
And I'm just like, well, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a fucking young black man from, the streets of Wisconsin or Chicago suburbs.
The mean streets of the mean streets of Chicago.
The mean streets of Madison, Wisconsin.
He went to college on the mean streets of Madison. No, I thought that this was dog shit, the worst collection he's ever put out, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, I think baseline for
thrown together.
Baseline for fashion shows and for the looks put out there is always fucking horrendous, right?
Most
and
Def shit was cool.
What?
The Most Def fucking
like the translucent suit
spinning,
or just having him there. Sure, I didn't actually see that. The fucking foam. He made foams.
Foams are cool. I actually like.
You like the foams?
I think it's if Virgil's gonna rip
off, Wale's fucking hitting up like every single plug. Be like, yo, better get your security right. I'm running up in there for the fucking Louis foams.
Wale, dude. I think that if Virgil is going to rip off his cash cow, his collaborator Nike, I think that's a cool thing. I think it's a cool thing to rip off, to flip. To tweak. I'm kind of into that. It's an easy thing to make fun of him for, but actually I see that as Galaxy Brain versus whatever the terrible tailoring that he showed. The ridiculous hats, the fucking pimp homeless looks. Like I don't know.
I like the boots. I don't like how
like the steel-tipped cowboy boots, but Raph did a better version of that at Calvin. So it's like, and that wasn't even that far removed from
and Virgil did a worse version of Undercover, doing the fucking
castle backpacks
where he did like
those
the whole
fits were-
cityscapes. It's like, yo, we get it, bro. You did study abroad at Paris.
Yeah. We get it, bro. You followed Grailed on IG and saw
This
the
was
fucking
okay.
Undercover castle backpack.
Last point. This was almost transparent in, I guess, like very how consumeristic it was, right? Where it's like, yo, travel, tourism,
right?
Which LV, that's always been a theme.
Interesting choice, dog.
That's always been themes for LV,
But-
is like travel
but the
and like
doubling
globetrotting
down
and everything.
And the transparency in just coming off of we're still in a global pandemic to me.
Right,
is
where it's like, yo, come to Paris. Like, Paris is the fashion capital of the world. Clearly, I think like these are very loud pieces. These are very like IG friendly pieces.
As they all are.
It's well, I
even
wouldn't necessarily say that about Prada.
I would even see this is like, and obviously a huge part of LV's business, not just the footwear we're talking about, but the accessories. Obviously, this is
the bags,
a luggage. And
it was all about flying.
And for me, I thought that those were normally. I think that Virgil actually does like cool, novelty, interesting tweaks on classic kind of, whether it's like luggage or kind of, attaché type things that you would carry around a day to day. I thought these were particularly uninspired and just leaning into the like Louis travel, you're a rich fucking Chinese foreign exchange student, fucking buy this stuff. It goes without saying that's the number one customer, and
my man's clearly not watching Bling Empire, or maybe you are. The other snake sucking its own dick moment that came out right before
in
you
a
came
more
over.
clever good way though.
Well, TBD was the Rick Owens Converse
This
collaboration.
broke today. This is why we're potting Thursdays for Friday.
Breaking fucking news.
The Turbo Dorks have dropped.
The Turbo Dorks have touched down. I guess the meme is always like, yo, are those Converse? No, they're Rick. And then Rick and Converse.
You think that him and Michelle saw memes. Or are
okay.
more familiar with memes than we would think.
I've been in meetings. I've been from the boardroom to the bar and back again, where there's absolutely, you have like your presentation, and I think like every presentation now is like, yo, like this is how to make chatter online, right? This is how we actually make waves. This is how we fucking.
This is how we amplify.
This is how we amplify. I am absolutely convinced, and Michelle is super plugged into the internet much more than we think. Rick maybe not, but Michelle is like always surrounding herself with like fucking, young, cool guy, like art internet people.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And so
but I don't think those guys follow fucking fashion meme pages.
I'm convinced that they do. And so I'm sure that there is some, I'm not saying it's the main driver of this, but I'm sure that there is some acknowledgement of the fact that like the whole Rick's being mistaken for cons thing
right.
was part of the conversation.
It makes a
not
lot of
like
sense.
the main driver,
Right.
but so I'm sure it was like a fucking.
Well, the main driver is
the
the Adidas deal is over, and now we ditched the zero, and we're getting with the
Yeah,
hero
I'm sure
with Nike and Converse.
Converse and Nike was like, yo, here's a fucking gigantic bag.
Here you go.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
Jerry and Rick flip flopped. I don't.
So the Turbo Dorks dropped. He put the fucking Extendo USB plug in the toe.
the USB port in the front.
These are bad. These are bad. These are bad.
So, I mean, everything that Rick makes that becomes popular, whether it's like as a it item or something that is a more of a subversive meme thing where it's like, I'm weird, I'm different, I wear Rick, like for the wrong reasons.
Right.
This shoe, I can see it being both of these things where like maybe it could be done right by the right person. It's ridiculous. Everything Rick does is ridiculous, specifically the footwear, where, like you said, the Ramones were always a caricature of Converse to begin with, right? And I think that this makes a lot of sense, right? We talk about a lot of collabs that don't make sense, right? That are fucking bullshit.
No, this is
cash
great.
grabs.
As a collab is great.
This is a fucking bullseye. And while, yes, I absolutely wouldn't even accept a free pair, I would sell them. I would flip them.
Okay.
Well, yeah, right. You never turn down a free lunch. That's not the saying, but there's no such thing.
No such thing as free Rick Owens.
There's no such thing as free Rick. These are absurd. The fact that they're called Turbo Dark, but there's no.
It looks like Turbo Dork.
Because with Dark,
we each independently made that fucking dumb joke online.
well, me, you, and everybody else, and then with Rick Owens' Dark Shadow, the diffusion line, which this footwear is done on the right. There's no vowels, and for whatever reason, Turbo has vowels, but Dark doesn't. So it looks like Turbo Dork, which is truly life imitating art. Yeah, man. I just like good luck. If you think these are fly, good luck, and I can't wait to see you wear them while you fuck your chicken nugget pillow.